guys. Thank you for coming in. I know right now there's nobody here, but I'm still going live. Maybe you'll come in on the replay. Well, thank you. This is Apostle Karen Proctor. Also, an empowerment life coach. One of the things that I specialize in is solving problems. I am a solutionist. By nature, I am a solutionist. Many people have problems, but what I chime in on is solving the problems. Good morning, good morning, good morning. For those of you that normally would follow me on this page, I know that I haven't did a live walk and talk in a long time. A lot of things have been going on. I do walk, I still walk, but I haven't turned on the camera, and I just feel like turning on the camera this Saturday morning. So as you see this video, please like, comment. If you have not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell. That way when I upload new content, you will be privileged to the new content, and we can do life together. So turn on that notification bell, take just a few seconds, and subscribe to the page. Yeah, so what I want to talk about today is being the answer and not the problem. But sometimes, even when you are being the answer or helping somebody with the answer in terms of coming up with a solution to their problem, you have to know how to set boundaries. See, coaching is a part of helping a person to set boundaries in their life. So even as the coach, you have to know how to set boundaries in your own life. Who am I speaking to today? I know I'm speaking to myself. That's why I turned on this camera. But yeah, we are in fall season now. And with fall season, we know one of the things that do happen in the fall, the leaves on the trees begin to fall away. Things begin to fall away. So even in your own life, you may have some things in your life that you need to get rid of. You may been dealing with something for a very long time, but you have not come up with a solution to what you are dealing with. So this is fall season. Don't carry that thing into the next season with you. Let that stuff fall away. Get rid of it. Whatever you need to get rid of, whoever you need to get rid of. I know that may seem harsh when I say who, because who is people. More than likely it's a person or people. But sometimes people, a particular person or people may not be for you in this season. Have you ever heard that some people are there in your life for a season and a reason? So after the reason is over, they're gone. And sometimes people feel some type of way when somebody, vacate their life. But don't feel some kind of way, because people are there for reasons and seasons. And some people are in your life for a lifetime. So you just have to learn how to get along with those people. Yeah. So another point I want to make, point number one, is set boundaries. You can't always say yes to everybody and everything. That's what happened to me last week, this week, and a little bit of last month. And so when you say yes to everything and everybody, even though your natural personality is to help, you still need to know how to set boundaries in your life. You got to set boundaries, because if you don't set boundaries, you will be taken advantage of. Not only taken advantage of, it can cause you to have burnout. You know, I came out here to walk on yesterday. I couldn't make it past 15 minutes. I could not make it past 15 minutes. Why? I was so burnt out with giving a helping hand and so many different directions till it literally burnt me out. I had to get back in my car, pray myself through, pray that I will make it home. So even being a coach and part of what I do, coaching as a solutionist, is helping people find the answer to their problem. And if you are not careful, you would begin to do all the work instead of that person or those people doing the work. So that was me. I am confessing. The confessions of a coach. I stepped in and began to do all the work, and that's a no-no. So, confessions of a coach. Point number one, that was set boundaries. Point number two, sometimes you have to say no. No is not a bad thing. No sometimes can preserve your life. Yes, saying no can preserve your life. It does not mean that you don't care. It does not mean that you are not a good person. It does not mean that you don't want to give a helping hand. But there are some times when no is the answer. Yes, no is the answer. Like, let me tell you, not saying no caused me to, I better stay here for the sun. Um, if you don't say no sometimes, it can be detrimental to your life, detrimental to your health. Because if the truth was told, yesterday I began to feel really bad because I bit off more than I can chew. Back to boundaries, back to no. And then you have to feel good about saying no because we can't save the world. It's only one person that I know that was able to save the world, and that is Jesus Christ. He is the only one that hung on the cross, uh, that went to the grave. Now, there were other people that hung on the cross, but they couldn't save nobody because that was the way of torture for a criminal. Back then, the Roman system, if a person was a criminal, they hung him on a cross. But that person, those people just hung on the cross and died. But when Jesus hung on the cross, even though he was not a criminal, he came to do that for us criminals, to buy back our pardon. He was the only one that hung on the cross, went to the grave, got up on the third day with all power in his hand. So we can't hang ourselves dry because we can't save everybody. Yes, God put us in people's life to help them. But it's only so much that we can do for people. It's only so much that we can do for people. Even though your natural personality may be that of a helper, that's one thing. Being a helper and being a people pleaser, that's a whole nother thing. Being a helper and a people pleaser, you have to know how to distinguish being a helper and a people pleaser. You see, when you are a helper, you know your boundaries. You know what you can say yes to. You know what you can say no to. And at the end of the day, you know within your heart of hearts that you have did everything that you can do. So the rest, you can't feel no type of way about. If you can't do it, you can't do it. Now, a people pleaser would try to do anything to please a person and to please people. And at the end of the day, can I tell you, sometimes those people don't even care 2 cents about you. If the truth be told, you are just a victim. Yeah, you are just a victim. And then what? When they use you up, they move on to the next victim. When they use you up, they move on to the next victim. This is why you have to set boundaries in your life, and you have to know that it's okay to say no. You got to know when to hold it and when to fold it. So you have to know how to take care of yourself. And taking care of yourself is setting boundaries and knowing how to say no. I'm talking with you from the perspective of a life coach. One that is a great solutionist. But even as human beings, we get caught up sometimes because we love people. I don't know about you, but I love people and I love helping people. And so sometimes, even as a solutionist, you go too deep into the problem. You got to understand that you are here to help, but not to do somebody else's work. So you put some ways out there that can bring a person from the situation that they are in, that they are facing. You give them a roadmap that would be conducive to what they may be going through to bring them to a happy ending. But it's up to that person. You give them the tools, you give them the roadmap. But it's up to that person to use the tools and to look at the roadmap and do the work for themselves. So, yeah. So, Confessions of a Life Coach. I got in way over my head last week, this week, and a little bit of last month. But I bring you back to what I said originally. We are in the fall season. So this is a good time for you to take note on those people, situations in your life that you need to do something about. Let it fall away. Sometimes we are carrying people that we should not carry. Sometimes we are carrying situations, problems that we should not be carrying. This is a good time, the fall season, to make a mental note. Not only to make a mental note, but to go the other step, the other mile, and begin to do some checks. Is this good for me? Yes or no? If you put no, let that thing go. Is this relationship good for me? Yes or no? If it's no, let it go. Now, when it comes to people, sometimes you may just have to put the person on pause, not necessarily get rid of the person out of your life, but the person or the people or the group may not be good for you at this moment. So you may want to just put that thing on pause. And whatever you may be facing, it may be, okay for you. Not totally to get rid of, but then you want to say in this season, guess what? I got to put you on pause. Have you ever been working on a project and it seemed like you could not get the answer? You could not move to the next phase of the project, but you know good and well that you have to do this. This is a part of your life. So guess what? You may not get rid of the project, but if at all, you can put it on pause. I've had many things in my life, and I know that I was called to do those things, to accomplish that thing, but I had to put it on pause for one reason or the other. If you don't have a deadline per se to say, you know what, this project have to be complete by tomorrow, next week. If it's something you can do some months from now, put it on pause, because your physical health is everything. Your mental health is everything. And then, who knows? Some time from now, you can go back and pick that thing up. But for what it's worth, some things you have to completely get rid of. Some things you have to put on pause. Um, yeah, in that category. Get rid of. And be honest with yourself. Here's another point. Be honest with yourself. If it is not working and you can really, really look into the future to know that this thing is not good for you, just get rid of it. This is a perfect season, fall season. Get rid of it. If that relationship is not good for you, if it is dragging you down, if it is making you sick, if it is making you spend money that you don't have to spend, if every time you guys get together and you are walking away with contention, bad feelings, get rid of it. Get rid of it. So, who do we have here? Go ahead and drop down your comment. If you have any questions for me, now is the time. I'm going to get back to my walk. But if you have any questions for me, you can go ahead and put it there. If this is your first time coming to my page, I have a playlist there. You can sort through my playlist. I'm sure that there is something for you. But today I am here as a empowerment slash solutionist. That's what I do. I help countless people. When I say countless, I mean countless people. Giving them tools and showing them blueprints on how to find answers. I'm not so big on problems. We all have problems, but what are we going to do? Are we going to bask in that problem and keep talking about it? Wonk, 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 wonk. Yes, we have to talk about it, talk through it to find the answer. Some people just love sitting and basking in their problems. I'll listen to you. I'm a great listener. Yes, I am. I consider myself a great listener. I'm not just hearing your words. I am really taking heart as to what is troubling you. And this is why I am a solutionist. Mm. So I do care. It's not to say that I don't care, because you do have some people that when someone is sharing their heart with them and what they are going through, what they're facing, they just cut the person off. No, that's not me. I'm not gonna cut you off. But at the end of the day, if you allow me, I'm going to help you to navigate, to see what can be done about the problem. And when I said I help tons of people, I do have the testimonies from friends to family to clients. So I'm here as a solutionist today. I gave you the confessions of a life coach, how I went in a little too deep, just because of my love for people, and it almost burnt me out. So let my testimony be an example for you. If you are one of those people that just really love people and you're always trying to help, let this little testimony of a life coach help you out. Set some boundaries, know when to say no, and keep it moving. Well, bye for now. If you come on after this live and you want to connect with me, go ahead and put it down in a comment. If you have been dealing with a problem for a very, very long time and you don't know what to do, which way to go to handle that problem, and you want to connect with me as an solutionist, you can hit me up on my email. I keep saying that about my website. It is actually there. It's just a little link that I need to put together, and maybe today I need to go ahead and work that out. Yeah, because it's been down for too long. So if you want to reach out to me, you can do it by my email. I'll drop it in the link. If you have a question for me in terms of something that you have been dealing with for a while and you're trying to get a solution, you can reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to take that one question. And after that, we're going to have to link up as coach and client. Bye for now. Make it a great day. See you in the next video. Okay. Now I'm saying bye, but I'm trying to cut this video.